People think a smart home is a few sensors, a few automations, and that's it. And yeah, that's what you see. A motion sensor, a light turning on, maybe a dashboard. But what actually runs behind the smart home that works every single day is something completely different. Because once you go beyond a few devices, you are no longer building a smart home. You are running a system. And today I want to show you what that actually looks like. Not as a house tour, not as a list of devices, but as a system, built in layers. We'll be starting in a couple of seconds. Because here is the problem. Most smart home videos show you the end result. Everything works, everything is clean, everything is perfect. But real systems are not like that. They evolve, they break, they get rebuilt. And if you do not understand what's underneath, you end up building something that works and it suddenly doesn't. So let's start with the first layer. This is part everyone sees. Devices, sensors, switches, cameras, smart valves, robots, everything. This is fun part. Buying devices, installing them, watching things work. And to be fair, this is where most people stop. But here is the truth. Devices are the easiest part of a smart home. And on their own, they don't really bring anything to the table. Because devices don't create a system. They just generate signals. The moment you add more than a few devices, you run into the next layer. These are the protocols. For example, Matter, Zigbee, Thread, Z-Wave, Wi-Fi. These are all protocols. Devices don't talk to each other. Protocols do. And this is where problems usually start. Interference, range issues, instability, delays, and suddenly your smart home feels unreliable. Not because the devices are bad, but because the layer underneath them isn't solid. Then comes the layer that quietly decides if everything works or everything breaks. The network, Wi-Fi coverage, latency, segmentation, VLANs, the issues that you usually post in the comments. Because here is the reality. A bad network will make a good smart home feel broken. Devices disconnect, automations trigger late, things behave inconsistently. And most people blame the devices, when the real problem is the network. Now we get to the brain. This is where everything becomes a system. Home assistant, automations, logic, this is where signals become behavior. Where a motion sensor and the light stop being two separate things and become something that reacts to your environment. But this is also where complexity starts to grow. Because once everything is connected, everything depends on everything. And that's where structure starts to matter. Behind all of that is a layer that almost nobody shows. Infrastructure, hardware, storage, compute, backups, uptime. It's not flashy. It doesn't make a good thumbnail, unfortunately, but is the reason your system survives a bad day. Because when this layer fails, everything fails with it. And then there is question nobody asks until something breaks. What happens when things go wrong? Logging, monitoring, alerts and visibility. Because if you don't know what your system doing, you don't have a system. You have a black box. And that's exactly why I started building monitoring into my setup. Not because something is always wrong, but because eventually something will be. And this is where things started to shift for me, because until recently all of this was focused on an apartment or a house, a smart home. But over time I realized something. The house is just one part of much bigger system. Automation isn't about laziness. It's about comfort. It's about using your time better. It's about removing repetitive tasks. And once you start thinking that way, the scope changes. This stops being a smart home project and becomes something much bigger. Because now you are not just automating a house, you are automating an environment. For me, this means going beyond the house. The garden, the lawn, the vineyards, the orchards, even small things like the herbs and the vegetables. And this is where things get interesting. Because even though the system becomes bigger, the building blocks stay the same. Devices still matter, automations still matter, but now they do not just affect one room, they affect everything around it. What used to be a smart home is now becoming a system that manages space, time, and efforts, almost like Doctor Who. And at the same time, not everything needs to be centralized. Some systems should just work on their own, locally, independently. And finding that balance, that's where the real challenge is. And something I'll be exploring a lot more going forwards. People love building automations, new sensors, new triggers, new ideas. But nobody talks about what happens after. A few weeks later, a few months later, or even a few years later. Because a smart home isn't something you build once. It's something you maintain. And things break, devices go offline, integrations changed. And if you do not have the layers behind it, everything falls apart. And this is really the key idea of this video. Smart home is not about devices. It's about structure, because once you see it as a system, everything changes. You stop asking what devices should I buy, and you start asking what part of the system am I missing. And that's the difference between something that looks smart and something that actually works. And yes, you can consider this video as a part of the future series of videos where I will be going outside of the apartment, outside of the home, into my yard and seeing how everything can be automated and how things can be simplified for your daily tasks. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also check that you are subscribed so that you don't miss the future videos and of course channel updates. Also, before I end up the video, I must say thanks to all those wonderful people that are supporting me and that have become YouTube channel members. Thank you all for all of your support. But let's not forget each and every one of you who has watched, shared, liked or commented on my videos. Thank you. If you too want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below and becoming a YouTube channel member for only €2 or $2 per month. Or you can go to my merchandise store and grab something there. Last but not least, you can always send me super thanks and I will be super thankful for that. I will be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun.